Game 5 of the Western Conference Finals. The Timberwolves find themselves in a postseason deadlock at 2 games apiece. It is a critical turning point, and they know the time is now as they face a pivotal Game 5 against the Trailblazers. The quest for the best in the West continues. Coming up next.
And we are here in the West, and a fight to make it to the NBA Finals. The series is tied at 2-2, making tonight's game extremely pivotal. In this game, we'll see the Portland Trailblazers going up against the Minnesota Timberwolves here at Target Center. Alongside Hall of Famers Doris Burke and Grant Hill, I'm Brian Anderson. Allie LaForce on the sidelines. Here's the starting group for Portland. Inside, we'll see Kamara and Klingon. Drew Holiday out there with Matisse Thybulle. And it's Avdia in at the 3. And for the Timberwolves, DiVincenzo and Edwards are the backcourt. McDaniels at the 3 with Randall at the 4. And it's Gobert in at the 5. Taking a look at the Timberwolves, they're trying to take the upper hand in what's been a tight series to this point.
Yeah, I mean, we're down to a best-of-3 situation now. And with a berth in the finals at stake, these are going to be some tense games. I like their chances tonight, but I wouldn't be surprised if we're back here in a few days for Game 7.
Now here's Kamara. Holiday taking his time here. 5 to shoot. Trailblazers got to hurry. Got to get up a shot. And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
Drew Holiday, an absolute technician in pick-and-roll action, makes the right read.
Randall outside. Pass to Edwards. Launches it. Thybulle with the board. Now Portland with it on the wing. Holiday. Now Avdia. 6 on the shot clock. The basket drops, and he gets fouled on the shot. 1 free throw coming his way.
Yeah, this shows you how strong Klingon is. Even when you foul him, he just out-muscles you.
Portland shooting their first foul shot of the night. First quarter, just over a minute played. It's stolen by Thybulle. He goes up. Throw it down on the breakaway jam.
And it's incredible how taking good risk on defense often leads to good looks at the other end.
That is quick defense to offense. These guys such terrific athletes. You can't let your guard down.
Now here's McDaniels. Back to DiVincenzo. Gobert with a screen on Holiday. Shot clock at 6. The basket counts and 1. He'll go to the line. A chance at a 3-point play.
A prototypical tough play from Dante DiVincenzo earns himself a trip to the free throw line.
And he's got his first opportunity at the line here tonight. That free throw no good from DiVincenzo. The Trailblazers have gone 3 of 3 so far from the floor. Outside Kamara. Back to Holiday. Portland moving it around. Pass to Kamara. Puts it up from 15. And it's Portland scoring again.
Well, this is what you call hitting the ground running. 4 shots taken, 4 shots made.
DiVincenzo. Pass to McDaniels. From the line. Gobert. It's good on the putback.
Listen, at just over 7 feet, we know Gobert's going to be terrific on the glass.
The Trailblazers have gone 4 of 4 from the floor. Perfect start. Out left to the wing. Outside Holiday. And it's Portland scoring again.
Are you kidding? 5 for 5, and they just got started.
And here in the first, approaching 3 minutes played. DiVincenzo against Holiday. Picked by Gobert. McDaniels from long range. Count it. 1 for 1 to start the game.
Yeah, McDaniels has made himself a legitimate option from three-point territory. What a look there.
It's rebounded by Minnesota. Pass to DiVincenzo. Now here's Edwards. Three-pointer. And Klingon pulls it down. Trailblazers lead by 3. Outside Thibault. Here's Avdia. To the inside. Here's Klingon. Bearing his second of 3. Attempts.
Looks like we're starting to see a pattern here. Not afraid to get in the paint and get wet.
And so it's Edwards who brings up the ball for the Timberwolves. Driving in. And Edwards slams it in.
Oh, Anthony Edwards thinks this game is a dunk contest. Go ahead, young sir. What a finish.
Thibault passes to Holiday. Thibault, a screen on DiVincenzo. Three-pointer, Holiday. The offensive rebound. A nice shot by Klingon. Timberwolves trail by 5. Here's Edwards. Outside McDaniels. Randall deciding where to go with it. From downtown, and the three-pointer goes.
Well, Julius Randle has put in time to grow his ability to make three-point shots. Nice delivery.
DiVincenzo against Holiday. Klingon with a screen. Pass to Kamara. The 3 is up. And that's out of bounds. It was last touch by Klingon. And here now a list of the players who have had the hottest hand in the playoffs. Anthony Edwards on top. And Minnesota with possession here. Trailing by 2. Now here's DiVincenzo. Randall on the screen. Ooh, powered down with both hands.
Mr. Springy athlete, Dante DiVincenzo's got some hops.
Portland has gone 0 for 2 from outside. On the wing, Holiday. DiVincenzo covering. Pass to Klingon. Hauled in by DiVincenzo. The Timberwolves have gone 6 of 9 and finding their rhythm now. McDaniels can't hit. The Trailblazers have got 7 of 11 shots to find the mark. Avdia from outside. Pure from three-point range.
Avdia showing you his catch-and-shoot skills.
Holiday against DiVincenzo. Outside Edwards from deep three-point range. Here's Gobert. And Gobert with the stuff.
Oh my. What a display of effort.
That's his bread and butter, right? Chasing down the boards.
What about the decisive finish? Great timing, tremendous force.
Here's Klingon. The Timberwolves getting their last shot to go. Back to Holiday. To the paint. Randall with a steal. Poke loose. Fires from deep. And it's Gobert with a rebound. Gobert's got 4 rebounds now. Edwards against Thibault. And Edwards, here we go. And Edwards slams it in.
Combination of size and athleticism makes Anthony Edwards so tough to check on the drive. Good luck and good night.
The Trailblazers have got 8 of 13 attempts to go. Holiday against DiVincenzo. Pass to Kamara. Portland moving it around. 6 to shoot. And here's Avdia. Shoots from 12. Good as the jump shot falls. Avdia's got 5.
Well, the defense just concedes that mid-range, and Denny Avdia says, I'll have at it.
DiVincenzo, pass to Edwards. Back to DiVincenzo. Pass to Edwards. Over Thibault. Avdia pulls it in.
This guy just simply can't find his rhythm, and sometimes that happens.
Now here's Holiday. Here's Klingon. And here's Avdia. Now Thibault. Over Edwards. And it's off the back of the rim. No good. DiVincenzo with it. He's got 5. Outside McDaniels. Back to DiVincenzo. Randall, a screen on Holiday. DiVincenzo, pass to Randall. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws.
Boy, what a nice offensive move by Julius Randall. Lures the defender in to draw the contact. That is pretty.
Grant's checked in for Portland. Scoot Henderson comes in for Thibault. That one falls, so he hits both of them.
Julius Randall has been a consistent producer in this league for a long time. This guy an absolute matchup nightmare.
Pass to Klingon. Here's Holiday. Back to Klingon. Henderson for 3. Rebounded by the Timberwolves. And here's McDaniels. Drives to the hoop. Now here's Gobert. Here's Edwards. Defended by Henderson. Edwards against Henderson. The Timberwolves again can't hit.
Listen, that's a good shot for him. He just couldn't connect.
3-pointer Holiday. Randall pulls down the board. Minnesota in the lead. And it's McDaniels off the drive. Avdia pulls it in. Grant, the pass to Henderson. And here's Avdia. Outside for Henderson. Back to Avdia. From deep. Fires in the triple. Avdia's got 8 points.
Defensively, you can't afford to get stuck on the pick.
You know exactly what that takes. It takes energy, it takes activity, it takes intensity.
Now here's Edwards with the drive. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2. That's on Scoot Henderson.
Well, Anthony Edwards has got a well-rounded offensive game. He can put it on the deck and draw contact. Shows you right there.
And Minnesota with some changes. Naz Reid's checked in for Gobert. Anderson comes in for McDaniel. And it's Highland in for DiVincenzo. Then for Portland, Robert Williams checked in for Klingon. Ricci comes in for Avdia. And it's Sissoko in for Holiday. Now here's Henderson. Yet to see a basket. Randall with a steal. And they're on the break. Here's Highland. Cook it. And it's Randall with the assist. And the Timberwolves lead by 2.
Boy, great gamble by Julius Randall. Sets up the transition game.
Henderson, the pass to Grant. Back to Henderson. Gets his second attempt to go. Now he's 1 for 2.
They're punishing those late defensive rotations, getting good looks inside throughout the half.
Highland against Henderson. Highland attacks. And the powerful one-handed slam.
Now you can see the fast, agile driving ability of Bones Highland. Gets an angle and goes to work.
Pass to Grant. Up and in on the layup.
And this night already has the makings of an offensive war.
Well, the fans love it. Coaches may not like the lack of defense, but boy, the rules promote scoring, no doubt.
The 17-footer. That one's wide left. 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Sissoko passes to Henderson. Grant against Randall. From 13. Grant's shot is off. Now Edwards. 6 points for him. Launches it from deep. That one doesn't drop. Tie game in Minnesota. And we'll be back shortly for the start of the second quarter. Glad to have you with us as we return to the action here in the Western Conference Finals. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen from the Timberwolves?
Well, it's pretty obvious. I mean, cashing in on extra opportunities. That's how they built this early lead.
Yeah, the defense hasn't been there. They are getting hammered on second chance opportunities.
On the court right now for Portland, Robert Williams out there with Jeremy Grant. Then it's Henderson, and it's Sissoko in at the shooting guard position.
This has always been an aspect of Naz Reid's game, the ability to spread the floor from three.
And Portland has possession. Following the three-pointer by Minnesota. Good. Henderson's gotten his second bucket on the night.
Oh, phenomenal work right there. There's times, boy, he can be tough to check.
Highland looking for an opening. The swim move for three. Portland with a rebound.
And he almost made them regret defending him so loosely.
Henderson outside. Grant with a screen on Highland. Here's Henderson. Soft touch off the glass. Henderson's got 6.
They have no answer defensively inside.
Highland against Henderson. Highland, the pass to Dosunmu. Inside, and stolen by Williams. Down low, here's Grant. Good setup. Led him to the rack perfectly for the layup. And it's a 3-point Trailblazer lead. And a closer look here at the hustle stats for Portland.
Well, the effort they've shown on defense has been infectious. Everyone on this team continuing to jump at opportunities to come away with steals.
And the other thing that's working for them tonight, getting out into the open floor. A lot of the damage coming in transition.
Now here's Grant. Henderson misses. And here in the second, 2 minutes gone by. Reed, a screen on Henderson. Anderson inside, defended by Henderson. And finished off by Anderson.
Wow, Anderson at the rim. Look out below.
The Trailblazers have gotten 3 or 4 field goals in the second quarter. Portland calls timeout. For the Trailblazers, Kamara, he's checked in for Grant. Avdia comes in for Krejci. And it's Thibault in for Sissoko. Here's Kamara. Avdia, right side. Portland moving it around. Fires the 3. Sinks another one. He's on a roll, starting 4 for 4.
Yeah, great find right there by Henderson. He is such a gifted facilitator.
Here's Dosunmu. Hasn't gotten one to fall yet. Reed can't hit.
Just terrible defense. I don't know how he missed that shot.
Pass to Thibault. And the shot goes down. And now it's a 6-point Trailblazer lead. Here's Highland. To the inside. Reed. A slam dunk by Reed.
Man, Naz Reid not only gets off his feet, does it in a hurry and with some strength.
Off the outside. clock. Williams a screen on Highland. Avdia from outside. It's rebounded by Minnesota. Dosunmu outside. Laid it in with a nice touch off the window. Dosunmu's got his first 2 points.
Boy, that's exactly the look you're working toward, right at the rim.
Pass to Avdia. Takes the three. And Berenger pulls it down.
I'm not sure he expected to be that wide open and yet somehow comes away empty.
Dosunmu on the wing. Covered by Thibault. Now here's Anderson. Here's Berenger. Over Williams. Oh, that doesn't go on the chance to tie. Henderson with it. Dosunmu picks him up. Out the outside. There's the three. Ooh, coming through it. Again, shooting 5 for 7 now.
He drops yet another dime, just facilitating this offense like a maestro.
And so it's Highland with it. He brings it up for the Timberwolves. It's a 5-point game. Now here's Dosunmu, covered by Thibault. Reed sets a screen. Highland attacks. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
Wow, the vertical of Highland on display there gets into open airspace.
Portland calls timeout. Rudy Gobert's checked in for the Timberwolves. Klingett, he's checked in for Portland. Trailblazers lead by 3. Avdia with it. He's got 14. And give him another one. He's 6 of 8 and looking solid.
Very consistent tonight at the offensive end. Right there, he helps fuel the fire.
Highland, the pass to Anderson. Back to Highland. A deep three. Connects from downtown. Highland's got 9 points.
Yeah, Highland plays at a fast pace, so when the ball touches his hands, he's always shot ready.
Thibault finds Avdia. There's a screen by Kamara. And he was fouled in the act of shooting. Opportunity for a 3-point play here.
Boy, he is just doing it all right now, and the more the ball goes through the net, the more his confidence grows.
Holiday's checked in for Portland.
Boy, guys, when you think of Denny Avdia, great positional size, versatile on both ends of the floor, and he's unafraid of the big stage.
Now here's Highland. 9 points in the game. Reed a screen on Holiday. Here's Highland. And he makes no mistake. Slam dunk.
I just love the aggressive finish.
I'm thinking he's sending a strong message with that jam. Avdia, screen on Highland. Holiday with the ball. Highland covering. The shot by Holiday, no good. Timberwolves trail by 3. Highland, the pass to Dosunmu. And there's the whistle. Illegal screen is the call.
One of the trickier plays to judge, but it would be hard to argue against the call.
It is really difficult to get your feet completely set, to stay completely still. It's almost surprising to me that it isn't called more often.
Jaden McDaniels, he's checked in for Anderson. Now here's Holiday. It's Avdia on the wing. That one falls. 8 of 10 and scoring with confidence.
This guy has absolutely owned this quarter. This is how you lead by example.
And Chris Finch wants a timeout. He's going to gather the troops and talk it over. Edwards, he's checked in for Dosunmu. And during the postseason, let's see who's been working the hardest on the glass. Second is Rudy Gobert.
His awareness around the rim has really been impressive lately. It's obvious he knows every possession is important in the playoffs.
Highland with it. He's covered by Holiday. Right side Edwards. Over Thibault. Edwards can't hit.
Boy, I don't love his shot selection tonight. You've got to work for better looks.
Ooh, McDaniels with a steal. Count it. McDaniels got 5 points.
Yeah, Jaden McDaniels with a very good sense for when he should look to score it, especially in the painted area.
Avdia passes to Holiday. Back to Avdia. There's a screen by Kamara. Three-pointer, no good. Timberwolves trail by 3. Here's Edwards. Another one falls for Minnesota.
Anthony Edwards getting into that pull-up game. Nicely done.
Portland has gone 2 of 6 from distance here in the second quarter. Avdia against McDaniels. Pass to Klingon. Klingon with a screen. Clock at 6. Avdia passes to Holiday. Over Highland. Reed with the rebound.
Oh, man, he can't get anything to fall. You can feel his frustration.
He is trying to shoot his way out of it, and it might be better for him to pass the basketball at this point.
Now here's Reed. 5 points in the game. And here's Holiday. Pass to Klingon. Now Avdia. He's guarded by Highland. It's stolen by Highland. Gobert up top. Outside Reed. Here's the 3. Nails it from 3. Reed's got 8 points in the quarter.
They're shooting the 3 extremely well this quarter. Be fun to see if they can keep it up.
Avdia passes to Thibault. Back to Avdia. Ooh, McDaniels with a steal. Here's Edwards. Driving to the basket. And Edwards slams it in.
Boy, oh boy, when Anthony Edwards gets downhill, turn the lights out, folks. He's a handful.
We've got 1:48 left in the first half of this one. Pass to Kamara. Here's Thibault. Portland moving it around. Avdia outside to stop the run. And so he draws the foul. Headed to the line to shoot a pair. Rudy Gobert picks one up.
Man, good whistle there.
All right, guys, what do you think so far about the offensive approach for the Timberwolves?
Well, they found their offensive openings in the mid-range, and they continue to find ways to open up those jump shot opportunities.
Yeah, they've also been alert and active on the defensive end, creating turnovers and turning those into points on the offensive end.
And the Timberwolves making a change here. Randall is checked in. And he makes the first. He's off on the second.
He does a great job of drawing contact and getting himself to the line, something he didn't do in the first period.
Highland misses.
He's as surprised as we are. Most nights, that bucket is automatic.
Avdia from outside. McDaniels with the rebound.
And he probably thought he was going to bury that one.
Randall finds Edwards. Edwards on target.
You like how their perimeter game is building out. They're feeling it right now.
Blazers trail by 6. Now Holiday. Avdia outside. Holiday, a screen on McDaniels. Avdia outside. 6 on the shot clock. Pass to Holiday. Now Avdia from outside the arc. That one falls. Nice feed that time from Holiday. Holiday's got 3 assists in the game.
This guy's been impressive this quarter, putting his team on his back.
Now here's Highland. He's got 11. And there's the screen. From 13, the putback. A slam dunk by Reed.
I love that kind of energy from Naz Reid. You don't give up on a play.
Now here's Holiday. Pass to Avdia. Lets the 3 fly. Second chance shot. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up.
Yeah, you never want to let shots at the rim go uncontested.
This is his first opportunity at the line this evening. Both good from the line that time. Edwards looking it over. It'll count. No good. Would have counted had it gone. And the first half comes to a conclusion in a game that's been very close so far. The T-Wolves on top, up by 3. And we'll see you back here after the break. Third quarter action in just a bit.
Greetings, one and all, the postseason drama we love.
I like their follow-through on the offensive end, not taking the shots and walking away. They're hunting for those second chance opportunities.
Seeing how things are shaking down for the Timberwolves. They've got a chance to and that's a wrap up.
And let's get you back onto the court for more of this pivotal Game 5. One of the stories here, Deni Avdia, getting it done today.
Yeah, tonight, he's done a great job of slashing through the lane and finishing.
And part of that has to do with his mindset. He has been looking to push the action at every opportunity, and he has been in attack mode all night.
Edwards is the 2, McDaniels the 3. Randall at power forward with Reed at center. And it's Highland in at the point. And that's the group for Chris Finch as we begin the second half.
Wow, excellent explosion off his feet by Julius Randle.
And here are the Trailblazers now. Following the score by Minnesota. Avdia from outside. He's got another one. That's 10 for 15 now.
And he's coming off a huge performance, and his confidence couldn't be any higher. And his coach knows that, too.
Well, the best players, to me, deliver night after night after night. So as long as he's hot, keep riding it.
Edwards, a pass to Randall. Just 5 on the clock. It's McDaniels on the wing. Shoots it from the corner. Rebounded by Kamara. Kamara's got his 4th rebound in this one. Holiday finds Thibault. Avdia against McDaniels. Pass to Kamara. Back to Avdia. Inside for the tie. And the layup is good. Kamara's got 6.
Wow, that bucket comes off such a good feed by Deni Avdia. Genuinely selfless with the basketball.
And Chris Finch wants a timeout. He might have seen something and needs to review with his guys. Sumu, he's checked in for Minnesota. 90 seconds into the second half now. Pass to Edwards. Now Randall. Outside Reed. 6 to shoot. Randall on the screen. Reed passes to Randall. Now the Blazers moving it up. Here's Thibault. Howard down after the assist led him to the lane.
And that's gotta hurt. A turnover for a free run at the rim.
And now we know who has the momentum.
It's still close, though. These teams have been neck and neck. Let's see the response here.
Now here's Dosunmu to halt the run, driving inside, and that's 2 points on the layup.
Defensively, you can't afford to get stuck on the pick.
You know exactly what that takes. It takes energy, it takes activity, it takes intensity.
Here's Avdia. Bible with it. He's picked up by Edwards. Back to Avdia. Puts up a three. He drops it from range. Avdia's got 6 points in the quarter.
Their ball movement on this run has been tremendous. It's led to a lot of good, clean, open looks.
Knocked loose. Bible with a steal. By himself. And he goes in for the dunk.
Can you say immediate entry into the highlight reel? Woo, what a dunk, BA.
It's showtime now, man. They've built up a lead, and they're starting to rub it in. How about that elevated look on the AT&T Connected Cam? Pass to Avdia. Ooh, the lead pass was in the perfect spot to set up the layup. And now it's a 7-point Portland lead. The Timberwolves have got 2 of 3 from the floor in this third quarter. Edwards against Holiday. The fader. Bible with the board.
Boy, no idea why he went with the fadeaway. Had a clean look at the basket.
Pass to Holiday. And looks like an illegal pick was set. That gets the ref's attention.
You can get away with one once in a while, but it looked like he wasn't completely set on that pick.
I don't think there's any question. There are so many rules that favor the offense these days. You've got to be able to equal things out when an illegal screen is set.
Now here's Dosunmu. Reed for three. Minnesota again missing. Outside Bible. Outside Holiday. Playing it up top. And the shot is good on the assist by Holiday. Holiday's got 4 assists now tonight.
The D hasn't been quick enough to react to the ball inside. That's helped cause this run.
And Chris Finch wants a timeout. A moment to rest and confer on the game plan. Rudy Gobert's checked in for the Timberwolves. DiVincenzo comes in for Dosunmu. Here's DiVincenzo. He's got 5. Pass to Edwards. Back to DiVincenzo. Can they get it? Drops in the 3. DiVincenzo's got 8.
Shot ready off the catch. Dante DiVincenzo with the jumper.
Here's Holiday. Avdia, screen on DiVincenzo. Holiday. Hauled in by DiVincenzo. Picked by Gobert. DiVincenzo driving. And he bangs it home with one hand.
Yeah, great setup by DiVincenzo with the pick and roll. He is very capable as the screener or the handler.
Holiday finds Avdia, taken with a screen. And stolen by Gobert. Bible with a steal. Now the Blazers moving it up. Outside Kamara. Outside Holiday. DiVincenzo with the steal. And that one's good. And now it's just a 2-point Portland lead.
If Dante DiVincenzo has the ball with some space, look out. He's thinking score it.
Slinging with a screen. McDaniels against Avdia. Got it. Avdia's got 10 points in just the second half.
Boy, his offensive game has changed the tenor of this basketball game.
Randall outside. Pass to Edwards. This one for 3. Book it. And it's Randall with the assist. Randall's got 3 assists in the game.
They've been aggressive during this run, but they've also played under control.
I think the communication on offense is working at every level right now. What a run for this group.
Woo! BA, that's lit.
ferocious all the way. Man, that was good. Randall outside. Drops in the layup for 2. 9 points for Julius Randle.
Boy, there was plenty of contact down low, but Randall assertive and able to find the finish.
Time called here. The Trailblazers decide to talk it over.
Yeah, coach no doubt wants to use this timeout to review the matchups and maybe make some adjustments as well.
And the guys get a little bit of a break, mentally, physically, just recharge here quickly.
Sumu, he's checked in for McDaniels. And also a switch here for Portland. Jeremy Grant, he's checked in for Avdia. Clingan with the ball. He's got 11. Portland moving it around. Clingan with a screen. 5 on the clock. Here's Grant. Counted and 1. He'll have a chance in the three-point play. They'll pin that one on Julius Randle. A chance to catch up on some numbers here. The scoring breakdown for the Trailblazers.
Well, you love their unselfish play. Keeping that ball moving, good shot to great. That's winning basketball.
They've also made a concerted effort to get the ball down low. Many of their points coming in that painted area tonight.
Pass to Kamara. Back to Holiday. Three-pointer. Anthony Edwards with a rebound.
Ooh, that's a tough break. After poor communication defensively, it leaves him all by himself.
And the ball out of play. The Trailblazers will have it. Holiday against DiVincenzo. Holiday, a screen on Randall. Here's Grant. Has to Clingan. Lets it go from deep. And Gobert with a block.
There is a reason his nickname is the Stifled Tower. Send it back, Rudy.
He's gone 2 for 2 at the line so far. That one drops. He ties it up. Williams is checked in for Portland. And the free throw is good. Now leading by 1. Portland has gotten 2 of 4 threes to fall here in this third quarter. Pass to Holiday for 3. Randall pulls down the board. And the Timberwolves with possession. They're on a 16-6 run. Now here's Gobert. 3 on the clock. The 3, DiVincenzo. Another basket. He's now 6 for 7 in the contest.
Once he sees the ball go through the bucket, Dante DiVincenzo going to be aggressive. Defense has got to stop him here.
Randall against Holiday. Pulls up on the wing. Gets rebounded by Minnesota. Gobert's got 9 rebounds now. And Thibault with a drive. It's blocked by Gobert.
Learn the lesson quickly, folks. Do not test Rudy Gobert.
And when the game is this close, you have to go all out.
He certainly understands his role, huh? When the shot goes up, just crashes the offensive glass.
And that's so demoralizing to your opponent. To play great defense and have the possession end that way, that's tough to take.
And that's what happens when you don't take care of the ball.
Hey, that makes the turnover hurt even more.
At the end of the day, though, it's 2 points. Don't hang your heads. Let's get refocused and play with more patience.
Now here's Sumu. Edwards for 3. Sinks it from distance. Edwards has got 8 here in this quarter.
This defense is getting spaced out. 3 of the last 5 buckets have come from way beyond the arc.
Grant outside. Beyond the arc. And it's Gobert with a rebound. Gobert's got double-digit rebounds now in the game. DiVincenzo against Thibault. Outside Edwards. And he got the whistle on the way up. so he'll be headed to the line for a pair.
Boy, the aggressive move by Anthony Edwards, and he gets exactly what he wants. He draws the contact.
For the Trailblazers, Krejci's checked in for Kamara. Avdia comes in for Thibault, and it's Scoot Henderson in for Drew Holiday.
And really strong at the line since the break.
Now here's Henderson. He's got 6, and here's Grant from the arc. It's rebounded by Rudy Gobert. Gobert's got the glass covered here tonight. That's 11 boards for him. Outside Edwards. Edwards on the go. Portland with a rebound.
Trying to show off for the fans and give them their money's worth. Just couldn't finish.
Krejci, the pass to Henderson. And here is Williams. Back to Henderson. Portland moving it around. Here's Grant. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers. Minnesota leading by 5. It's Edwards on the wing. Defended by Avdia. Avdia against Edwards. Dosunmu for 3. Tips it. Oh, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. Gobert's got 6 points.
They've toned down their three-point attack in the second half, looking to protect the lead with higher percentage shots.
To get back on track. And so it's the Minnesota Timberwolves closing out the quarter with a 7-point lead. Getting lots of great looks, shooting it well. And a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
You have to love his unselfishness and ability to make those around him better.
Well, this is exactly what you're looking for from your point guard. Survey the floor, serve it up on time and on target.
Back, folks. Thanks for joining us on this Memorial Day NBA Hoops Extravaganza. And on the floor for Portland here in the 4th. We've got Jeremy Grant, Denny Avdia out there with Scoot Henderson. Then there's Robert Williams, and it's Krejci in at the 3. Randall inside, working on Grant. Randall can't hit. And so Grant will bring it up for the Portland Trailblazers. And it's Krejci missing. The Timberwolves lead by 5. And here's Dosunmu. On the take. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
They're going at it on offense. Neither team backing down.
I'll tell you, we have seen great execution from both teams. Neither one giving an inch here.
Yep, count it. Henderson's got 4 points in the quarter.
Yeah, even though he's 6'2", Henderson is best attacking on the interior.
Highland, the pass to Dosunmu. Here's Reed, and the call is going to be, yes, an illegal screen.
You can get away with one once in a while.
And Minnesota making a change here. Anderson's checked in.
And after a long time debating the replay rules, the NBA gave the ruling on the floor is confirmed. And then the Summer League, and of course at the start of the 2019 season, it was implemented into the NBA.
And it was time. The reaction to the challenge rules in the G League was positive. The league wants to make every effort to get every call right. And this system works well without slowing the game down too much. DiVincenzo, he's checked in for Minnesota. Let's check in with our reporter, Allie LaForce.
I was able to listen in on what Chris Finch was going over with his team. He loves their effort tonight. He said, quote, "This is how we wanted to come into this, looking to push the action, dictating the tempo. We are where we need to be to even things up." Of course, he's talking about the season series. Guys, back to you.
Great work, Allie. Thanks. Williams' shot is good.
And you want him taking good shots at this point in the game. And that one was easy.
Boy, when it's this close, you try not to give up these kinds of buckets. Boy, you got to do better defensively.
Now Highland. Pass to Reed. Fires for 3. Drills it from deep. And the Timberwolves lead by 6.
Here in the second half, they're really focused on stretching the floor.
And guys, boy, when you're hitting, it sure does work. It obviously opens up major options at the offensive end.
Grant, right side. Here's the teardrop. Anderson pulls it down.
Oh, love the intensity once they're hitting the boards.
Just over 2.5 minutes played now. Final quarter of regulation. And it's good. 2 points. And now it's an 8-point Minnesota lead.
Well, this is where Anderson has functioned for most of his career. So savvy on the interior.
Williams with the screen. Henderson for 3. Goes back up. Oh, Williams getting after it on the glass.
And they keep on figuring out ways to force the rock inside and convert.
Minnesota leading by 6. Now here's Highland. Pass to Reed. Over Williams. Another one falls for Minnesota.
Well, Nasby doesn't operate often in the mid-range, but if you concede it, he'll take it.
Stolen by Anderson. Outside Reed. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line. It goes on Denny Avdia.
Everyone in the building saw the obvious contact.
And let's take a moment here to get your take, guys, on the scoring so far for the Timberwolves.
Well, they have owned the offensive perimeter throughout this game, finding lots of openings and turning them into big shots.
I think tonight has also, guys, been about the lost art of the mid-range jumper. If you utilize that in-between game right, there's plenty of value in it.
Knocks down the triple.
Guys with size who can shoot with range, that is a tough tandem to defend.
Here's Highland. Outside, DiVincenzo. He drops it from range. And the Timberwolves lead by 9.
Right back at you, says Dante DiVincenzo. Anything you can do, I can do better.
Acquabia from deep. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Henderson. So for the Blazers, Kamara, he's checked in for Williams. Thibault comes in for Grant. And Drew Holiday is subbed in for Henderson. And so it's Highland with it. He brings it up for the Timberwolves. And play stops. So whistle there on what looks like an illegal screen.
The screener was leaning a bit right there. His feet may not have been planted. Pretty obvious call by the officials.
You know, he's just leaning a little bit. You try to get away with it, but boy, the official all over it.
They set the screen. Here's Thibault. And the bucket counts. And he is on his way to the line. He'll try to make it a 3-point play. Dosunmu with it. Reed, a screen on Avdia. Dosunmu goes in. Oh, there's a killer two-hand slam.
Just great offense. The screen. Freeing him up for the slam.
Hey, without that screen, he doesn't get a clean look at the rim.
Boy, that's a play you just practice time and time again, and that's the result of the work put in.
Holiday against Highland. 5 to shoot. Here's Avdia. The rebound by the Timberwolves. Anderson's got his 4th rebound in this one.
Their strong work ethic has been evident on the glass, really getting after it and being physical.
When you've got it going offensively, you keep your foot on the gas pedal. Naz Reid doing exactly that.
And it's going to be out of bounds. The Blazers will retain possession. Here's Avdia. Got it from about 16 feet. Avdia's got 37. Here is DiVincenzo. Outside, Highland takes a 3. And it's Portland with a rebound. Now Thibault. Pass to Avdia. Outside Holiday. Here's the pick. To the paint. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Outside. DiVincenzo. Outside Highland. Fires the 3. And give him another one. He's 6 of 8 and looking solid.
Bones Highland, an aggressive scorer. If he gets a look from 3, he won't be shy.
Off the outside. Back to Kamara. Holiday against Highland. Shot from 12. Anderson pulls it down. Anderson's got 5 rebounds tonight. The Timberwolves lead by 11. Highland, the pass to DiVincenzo. Reid, a screen on Thibault. DiVincenzo with it. Guarded down by Klingon. Here's the break. Here's Avdia. And the shot is good on the assist by Holiday. Holiday's got his 7th assist of the game with that last one. And Chris Finch calls timeout here. He wants to make sure they're purposeful with the game plan. Minnesota will go for a different look here. Gobert's checked in for Reid. Randall comes in for Anderson. Jaden McDaniels, he's checked in for DeSumo. And it's Anthony Edwards in for Highland. Holiday against DiVincenzo. Pass to Randall. Outside Edwards. The 3. Rebound by the Trailblazers. Avdia's got his 6th rebound on the night. Here's Thibault. Avdia against McDaniels. Avdia passes to Thibault. Offensive rebound. 3-pointer Holiday. Drops in the 3.
Shut out from beyond the arc in the first period. He finally drains one.
Minnesota leading by 6. Randall outside. Pass to Edwards for 3. And Edwards hits him right back for a 3.
After hitting only 1 from downtown the first half, he's exploded with 3 since.
Off the outside. Now here's Thibault. And there's the whistle. Illegal screen is the call.
You can get away with one once in a while, but it looked like he wasn't completely set on that pick.
I don't think there's any question. There are so many rules that favor the offense these days. You've got to be able to equal things out when an illegal screen is set.
Randall outside. And the officials will call the illegal screen here.
He completely lost focus since the break, turning the ball over multiple times, and that's after no turnovers in the first half.
Blazers trail by 9. Outside Holiday. Avdia outside. And Jaden McDaniels picks up the foul. That's his first foul. Holiday. And out of bounds. Minnesota will have it.
Hurts to see that kind of mistake. Coach is going to be on him about that one.
Minnesota leading by 9. Now here's DiVincenzo. Here's Edwards. Outside DiVincenzo. Money from three.
Man, they're having a hard time defending the triple. That's 3 in a row.
DiVincenzo against Holiday. Now Avdia. Using the glass to lay it in.
Well, Denny Avdia showing you exactly why he was the 9th selection back in 2020. His offensive game is complete.
Edwards against Thibault. Outside Edwards. Shot clock at 6. For 3. It's good from beyond the arc.
Coming down the stretch, they've leaned on the perimeter game.
Boy, the three-point arc has been a major factor in what they've done here tonight. You love the aggressiveness.
The three is in.
That's how you up the ante. Come right back at him.
And you would expect nothing less from these two, taking pride and making plays.
McDaniels fires. Buries it from outside.
Yeah, McDaniels really trying to become consistent with that jump shot.
McDaniels against Avdia. Here's Holiday. Oh, he dropped it straight in.
Well, those are exactly the opportunity this offense is looking to create.
And it's Edwards with the ball for the Minnesota Timberwolves. Unloads. No good. Blazers trail by 11. Holiday drives in. Jacks up a 3. Yes! Using that window.
That is vintage Drew Holiday right there. The man makes so many positive plays.
Holiday against DiVincenzo. McDaniels. Gobert. Yes, sir! The finish with the jam.
Their home crowd has energized them all game. Now they're closing it out.
Well, for all intents and purposes, this game is over. Just a matter of time here.
And stolen by Gobert. 7-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Randall. Oh! Touches it off the glass.
Finishing the game strong. This is how you shut the door on any hopes of a comeback.
No question. They've gotten hot at exactly the right time. Clutch play on a team level.
Gobert pulls it down. Getting crafty. Avdia rips down the board. Ooh, poked away. And Dante DiVincenzo is going to pick up the foul. That's his first foul of the game. And so it's Minnesota easily grabbing this one. And with this win, they've piled on the pressure. They only need one more victory to close the series out.
And this was a critical performance. At 2-2, a team season can ride on a Game 5 like this one. They did a terrific job of rising to the moment and taking control of the series.
Let's send it courtside and check in with Allie LaForce. Allie, what do you have?
Dante, you won state titles in high school, 2 national titles at Villanova, and now a growing role in the NBA. What has been the secret to your success?
It's my ability to adapt. Different teams, different dynamics of different teams, and just my ability to adapt to that team and fit.
Sky's the limit, guys.
All right, Allie, good stuff there. Thanks for that. That concludes this broadcast of the Western Conference Finals. For Allie LaForce, Grant Hill, and Doris Burke, I'm Brian Anderson saying thanks for tuning in. And time now to introduce our player of the